The soldiers were climbing. Blood splattered on one side of them. Some folks were too scared to look up. You can imagine how brutal the battle above must have been. But scaling the cliff, it was just dead silence. Where was the Japanese army? Shrouded in fog, they crept forward step by step. Every step lands on a fresh corpse, and there are tons of rats around. A rookie walked up to a dead body. Suddenly, the corpse sat up, and both of them screamed at the same time. Then came the gunfire, and hell broke loose. Gunfire and shelling. Gunfire erupted, and people were hit by explosions. In an instant, limbs were torn apart, and blood splattered everywhere. Then calls for the medic echoed back and forth. A new recruit charged forward and clashed with the Japanese soldiers, sword to sword. Some dude jumped out to ambush him, but a buddy suddenly tackled the Japanese guy. They started brawling, and the rookie ended up shooting the Japanese guy dead. He finally realized that the soldier who saved him was Doss, who didn't even carry a gun or knife. The new recruit, Tom, had thought Doss was a coward during training and had always picked on him. Now he finally sees his bravery. Doss kept risking his life to save others. He found a soldier whose legs were blown off. He tied up his legs to stop the bleeding, and another medic ran over and told him, "Let's get him a shot of morphine and get out of here. This guy won't make it through the day." The wounded man begged Doss not to leave him. Doss firmly said, "I'll never leave you." Then he carried him back to the edge of the cliff. Doth rushed back to the battlefield. Ducking and weaving through the hail of bullets, the Japanese forces still had intense firepower, especially from this pillbox. Someone inside is going nuts with a machine gun. Hard to attack, easy to defend. The boss sent two guys with explosive packs taking turns to move forward. They moved one by one toward the bunker. When one got knocked out, the next took over. The stronghold finally got blown up. The tide turned as U.S. forces pushed back the Japanese troops. That night, the U.S. troops slept in the trenches. They take turns keeping watch every 2 hours. Goes kept saving people. Also said he wanted to tag along. They didn't stop until late at night. The two started chatting in the trenches. They shared stories about our childhoods. Finally forged a rare bond of camaraderie. But as soon as the sun came up, the Japanese soldiers all charged forward at once. Hundreds of people formed a suicide squad. The enemy charged at the U.S. troops like crazy. Their attack was so fierce, for everyone we took down, 10 more seemed to come at us. Some even held grenades and took out the enemy with them, instantly breaking the U.S. front line. The captain immediately ordered a retreat, requesting fire support now. During the retreat, Tom got caught in the crossfire. When Doss arrived, he was already on his last breath. Doss carried his comrade, braving the hail of bullets, but when he reached the cliff's edge, Thomas passed away. Doss was utterly heartbroken. "Everyone's pulling back, buddy." The bombardment turned Hacksaw Ridge into hell, yet he stood his ground. He didn't want to leave, but he had no clue what to do. Out of nowhere, he heard cries for help amid the gunfire. He finally figured out what he needed to do. That figure, walking against the grain and stepping towards hell, is destined to become a legend.